Welcome back to another installment on exponents. This time around, we're moving on to subtraction of exponents, right? Let's get started. In the first problem, it says if m and n are integers such that m is less than n is less than 0, and m squared minus n squared equals 7, which of the following can be the value of m plus n? This problem can be solved in at least more than one way, which is you can assume m to be some negative value, n to be some negative value, and randomly start substituting this value until it meets both the condition of m squared minus n squared equals 7 and m plus n equals one of the answer choices given. That will work, but then that's going to take more time than you have. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Instead of randomly assuming values for m and n, which is going to be, there's just going to be a lot of values possible, but we do know one thing: m and n are negative because they're both less than 0. M is even less than n, but they're both less than 0. What if we start with, m plus n equals -5 as the assumption, which is first choice, right? How do we even get -5? Well, we could do -3 plus -2 or -4 plus -1. For now, if this were to be m, this were to be n, we could have more ways of getting -5, which is m could be a large positive value, but then m cannot be a positive value, so that gets thrown away. I don't know what other ways you can get -5, okay? So if this were to be m, okay, m squared minus n squared would be -3 squared minus -2 squared, which will be 9 minus 4, which is 5, which is not equal to 7, right? So -5 cannot be, m plus n cannot be equal to -5. You can try -4 as well. -4. What we're really doing is these can be the values of m and n is what we're saying, because that is not giving you 7. You could see if this will work, but I don't think it will. So that'll be 16 minus 1 is 15. That's also not equal to 7. So as a choice, 1 is not possible, okay? So any choice with 1 is out of the contest anymore. So we only have 2, and 2 and 3 are the likely candidates, okay? Let's go to 3, because that's the other end of the extreme, right? So we have -9. How else you could get -9? Well, you could do -4 plus -4, that's -9. If this were to be n, this were to be n. You can assume either to be m or n, it doesn't really matter. You can do -6 minus -3, that'll give you -9. -7 minus -2 will also give you -9. Okay, these are all m and n. Please don't mix them, because it's not going to change, but we are saying m is less than n, so the first value is always m. These are the ways, or you can get -8, -1. These are -9, right? So I think we can eliminate something straight away because it's just not going to work. Let's just do one, okay? Let's just do one substitution. -5 squared minus of -4 squared, that's 25, minus 16 is 9, which is not equal to 7. If this is not going to work, I don't think any of this would work. You can try, if you want. -8 squared minus of -1 squared, that's 64 minus 1 is 63. That's also not equal to 7, because these two values would never be able to produce 7. Option 3 is also out of the contest. That means it leaves you with 2 as the king. Let's choose -7. What are the ways we can get -7? We can do -4, -3. This is m, this is n. We can do -5, -2, which is -7. We can do -6, -1, -7, right? Let's just substitute 1, okay? That will be -4 squared minus of, at least you should be able to get one combination. If you get one combination, if the other two combination does not give you the desired result, that's all right, okay? So that means it's 16 minus, what is it, 9 is 7. Bingo, I got it. I got this one to work. I don't think these would work. 25 minus 4, 21, it's not going to work. Okay, this is not going to give you 7, and so is this. So these two combinations don't work. However, one combination worked, which is this, which means 2 is possible. Okay, I only have 2 part for subtraction because I have 1 or 2 lengthy problems. So, and also I might end up repeating myself with problem sets if I keep increasing the number of problems, because there will be a point where there will be overlap, and I didn't want that. So I only have 2 parts for subtraction. Okay, just so you know. So we have 7 power 5 plus 7 power 4 equals 8, right? So how could we do this? So let's do 7 power 4 outside the bracket, which leaves you with 7 power 1 plus 1, right? Equal over 8, which is same as 7 power 4 times 8 over 8, which is 7 power 4. Simple, right? Okay, we have 4 power 8 over 2 power n. We can't really divide at this point. I mean, we can if you use a calculator, but if you want to do it the way we're learning, then we need to convert 4 somehow into a expression where it will allow you to have common bases. 4 can be written as 2 squared, which again is raised to the power 8, and 2 power 10. This is same as 2 power 16 over 2 power 10, because a power m raised to the power n is a power m times n. So 2 squared raised to the power 8 is 2 power 2 times 8 is 2 power 16. Now, you know what the answer is. This, when you have a power m over a power n, is a power m minus n. So 2 power 16 times 2 power negative 10 is 2 power 16 minus 10 is 2 power 6. Just using this logic. And that's it. There'll be 2 more problems in this video, and I think there are 3 or 4 problems in the second video, with which we would conclude our discussion on subtracting exponents. Okay, we have 3 squared times 4 power 23 minus 4 power 21. First, let's simplify this term that's within the bracket. So this would be, again, I'm going to open a large bracket. I'm going to take 4 power 21 outside the bracket, which will leave me with 4 squared minus 1, right? Remember, 20, if you take 21 out of 23, you're left with 2 parts, right? So that's what I've done here. So that will be 3 squared times 4 power 21. I think this is what is 16 minus 1 is 15, right? Right? So which is same as 3 squared times 4 power 21 times 3 times 5, right? We can write it as 3 times 5, which again would be 3 squared times 4 power 21 times 3 power 1 times 5 power 1. We can combine the 3's together, which would leave us with 3 cubed times 4 power 21 times 5. This is precisely what was one of the answer choices. They didn't ask you to simplify it any further because this was part of the non-calculator section. So they just want you to simplify it to the smallest level as possible, right? Again, 3 power 5 minus 6 cubed. 3 can be written as 3 times 2 cubed, right? 6 is 3 times 2. The whole thing is raised to the cube. This can be written as 3 times 2 cubed is same as 3 cubed times 2 cubed. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's take 3 cubed out of the bracket, which would leave you with 3 squared minus 2 cubed, right? Which is same as 3 cubed times 9 minus 8, which is 1. 3 cubed times 1, which is 27. Right? Thank you for watching. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, share the video with your family and friends, and thank you for watching. stay tuned for the second part on subtracting exponents. So stay tuned.